The US economy finds itself grappling with the pressing issue of surging prices.
Markets in the Midwest and Northeast have seen the greatest price growth in the country compared to their 2022 peaks,
marking the sharpest inflationary surge witnessed over the past 4 decades. Presently, the scales tip heavily in favor of inflation, and the trajectory is causing growing concern. However, it's important to remember that this wasn't the standard state of affairs in times gone by. Several decades ago, the United States was riding high on the wave of newfound prosperity, buoyed by a burgeoning middle class and an overarching sense of stability. However, as history has proven, even the most stable foundations can shift, leading to unforeseen challenges. Directing our attention to the Midwest, a region once heralded as the heartland and a potential economic juggernaut, we find a landscape now contending with a complex crisis. The manufacturing nucleus that was instrumental in propelling its growth has experienced a stark breakdown as manufacturing operations migrated to foreign shores. What remains are vacant homes and a landscape marked by neglect. Yet, it's essential to distinguish the Midwest from its Rust Belt and Great Lakes counterparts. While interconnected by shared economic ties, each region is distinct, and their transformations follow their own unique narratives. Turning the spotlight back to the Midwest, it's crucial not to underestimate its potential. Stretching expansively from the verdant reaches of Minnesota to the sun-drenched landscapes of Kansas, the Midwest is punctuated by key urban centers such as Chicago and Detroit. While climate change casts a shadow over many regions, the Midwest's intrinsic advantages, geographical stability, and a bounty of natural resources bestow it with a certain resilience. Moreover, it stands as home to influential institutions and corporate titans like McDonald's, Boeing, and General Motors. Iconic attractions from the enigmatic Mount Rushmore to the bustling streets of Chicago amplify its allure. Crucially, the Midwest's inhabitants are not passive bystanders. They are active architects of their region's revival. Infused with a robust work ethic and steadfast family values, Midwesterners are resolute in rekindling the fires of prosperity. This determination isn't confined by regional boundaries. It resonates on a national level, as the entire country looks to the Midwest for inspiration. Driven by affordability and safety, the Midwest emerges as a beacon of hope, countering the challenges posed by the burgeoning growth centers of contemporary America. The flame of manufacturing still burns brightly within the Midwest. Wisconsin and Indiana stand as exemplars, boasting manufacturing workforces that far outpace the national average. However, the Midwest's renaissance isn't merely tied to a bygone industrial era. Bolstered by affordability and fueled by the echoes of decades-long transformation, once beleaguered urban centers have metamorphosed into fertile grounds for innovation, benefiting from a cost of living and labor that underpin competitive advantage. Innovation is a driving force gaining momentum across the region. The Midwest is crafting its distinct identity in the technology sector, affectionately dubbed the Silicon Prairie. With eminent educational institutions like Northwestern, the University of Chicago, Notre Dame, and the University of Michigan churning out a pipeline of highly skilled graduates, the Midwest is poised to meet the demands of a technology-driven economy. The logistics sector stands as another star in the Midwest's constellation of growth. Distribution hubs are proliferating across pivotal cities such as Indianapolis, Detroit, and Milwaukee. This surge in logistics has been paralleled by an influx of venture capital, fostering a thriving ecosystem of startups. Over the past decade, venture capital funding in the Midwest has undergone a staggering 4-fold increase, underpinning a network of 18,000 startups that are driving innovation and reinvigorating economic vigor. However, the story doesn't end with economics. The Midwest's revival is deeply intertwined with quality of life. Urban rejuvenation projects are breathing new life into infrastructure, reimagining blighted areas as vibrant green spaces. Education is at the forefront, with initiatives aimed at 2-year degrees and technical certifications. A visionary high-speed rail plan, spanning an area analogous to France, is on the horizon, promising to enhance interconnectivity between major cities and fortify the region's economic prospects. In summation, the Midwest is not a passive spectator in its own story. It is an active protagonist, scripting a remarkable comeback. This resurgence is not confined to hypothetical discussions. It is grounded in hard work, tenacity, and a deep understanding of the region's unique strengths. The Midwest is reclaiming its role as an economic powerhouse, steering toward a future characterized by innovation, inclusivity, and sustainable growth.